Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. So a few days ago I managed to cycle all the way down to the town of Santarém. And for the first time in my life I saw the great Amazon River with my own eyes. When you stand next to the Amazon, it feels as if you were standing next to some lake or even an ocean, because you can barely see the other shore. That's how wide the Amazon River is. However, I didn't spend much time in Santarém, because you see, way back in Uruara, I found yet another couch surfing host. And this guy, well, he lives a little bit outside of the city. He lives right next to this locally infamous village, some kind of a hippie beach town called Alter do Chão. Now I find myself in this little property, and this is arguably the coolest couch surfing spot imaginable, or at least the most unconventional one. Because where I hang my hammock, we got those giant trees with some monkeys literally jumping all over. And the guy who's running this whole place, well, now he's away. But when he will come back, we're planning to pack our stuff and venture into the jungle for a while. I found myself with the man, with a legend. Soon to be legend, I hope so. Avner, who's local architect. What else do you do? Gardener, can I say gardener?
Yeah, yes, garden.
You work around this garden. Then a traveler, long-time backpacker. You were backpacking how many years?
5 years, yeah.
5 years totally. And he's my host in here, and he told me a bunch of completely lunatic stories about hitchhiking around, living in Colombia and Ecuador, digging corpses and stuff like that. And also, this man seemed to know a lot about nature, especially plants. And he's officially the first person who's introducing me to the plants of Amazon rainforest. And yeah, and now we're about to go to the rainforest, look for some reptiles, some snakes, and maybe some other stuff. So we'll see how this will play out.
Like this one, it's closed, it's the core. I forgot to sharp the knife, so we just open
Okay.
and we fold the lids to the size that we want. And we do this for the entire branch. And we pack a lot of them, and build our roofs.
Yeah.
That's how we do it around here. With curwa. This is curwa. Escada de jabuti, which means tortoise ladder. So you see there's this shape like a ladder for the tortoise to climb. It's medicinal. We use almost most of the vines in Amazon we use for cleaning stomach and your intestines. We use just the skin and make an infusion. In big doses, they're poisonous.
Okay. But when you think of it like that, you know, ayahuasca in a way is also clean up plants.
Yes.
It is indeed, you know.
It is.
Just it has other properties too, but in general it is like for...
Yeah, actually it's a poison. It's a poison. And that's why it cleans you. Alright. Well, here it is, the potato. but I've seen bigger.
Well, you know, if you take many of those,
Yeah.
many, I mean.
Well, actually, it's also used for malnutrition.
Okay.
And people say that with 200 grams of this, you're done for the day, you know?
Well, I will try to cook this stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. Wow.
So,
Because these weeds I've seen all over my trip. Actually, usually they grow at the edge of the forest.
so here's in the forest there's these bats that usually bites the toes of humans. And here's a bite in my horse.
Yeah.
And he comes again, biting him.
In the same place, same
Yeah,
spot.
like sometimes here, like there are 3 spots here. Up, middle, and down. So,
But you know that they transmit rabies sometimes.
yes, man.
It's not common.
Well, this horse likes to bite, so maybe. Yeah, see? Always trying to bite.
Well, the first time I heard about these blood-sucking bats, or first time I had a contact with this, was in Bolivia. A little bit outside of Santa Cruz, I met one campesino, one country dude, and he was complaining that all of his cows are getting bitten.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not too many discoveries, but at least we found some frogs. And this should be a very common species. I think it's Hypsibo or something. I'm still learning frogs from the Amazon. The man is struggling. I need to film it properly, and tomorrow I will identify it.
It came to the camera.
Really? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So our nocturnal hike wasn't that successful. Unfortunately, we failed to find many animalitos, and even those that we found, we kind of failed to film them properly. These are the venom glands. This is why this animal has few natural predators, because this is full of venom. Well, not venom, poison. Venom is something that they inject. Poison is something that you ingest. So technically this is poison. So if I would buy that, I would get poisoned. But it was still very nice. Avner is a really cool guy, and he's very knowledgeable about plants of the Amazon. So that was really a good introduction for me. However, unfortunately, yesterday I started feeling kind of strange. Like I felt intense joint pain and muscle pain all over my body, especially the knees. And then last night was a bit of a... Last night was rough, because I had a fever, and I was just spinning in my hammock like some kind of a fish in a net. So most likely what happened is that I have dengue fever, or maybe chikungunya, or maybe something similar to those, I don't know. Well, I had dengue twice already in my life, and I know how it feels. And now I feel exactly like that, so most likely that's dengue. And what's odd about the situation is that now I find myself in a dry season. So rainforest is pretty dry and there aren't too many mosquitoes around, and it's mosquitoes that spread dengue. However, when I think of it, on my way to Santarém I got eaten by mosquitoes pretty much in a few different locations, so maybe it's not such a big surprise. Maybe I just had bad luck. Also, I checked on the news and there is a certain rise in cases of dengue lately around this area. But one way or another, sooner or later, I will get better. How do I know? Well, I just never give up. And so shouldn't you, my friend. Just I need few days to stay in this horizontal position, you know.